Hello and welcome to the 112th episode of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit video podcast. My name is Batman, also known as Batman, and you can find me everywhere as Batman. I am currently recording in sunny Florida in my Bat Cave. It's not Batman, it's Kimberly! Surprise! Did I trick you? I got these at McDonald's in a Happy Meal and I couldn't resist. I had to surprise you with them. Aren't they hysterically funny? When I opened the Happy Meal, because I knew it was a Batman Happy Meal, but I didn't know what was going to be inside. I opened the Happy Meal and I saw these, and I busted out laughing. And I laugh every time I see them. And so Rachel got home from school, and I was like, "Oh, I got something cool. Close your eyes, close your eyes." And I put them on, and I said, "Open your eyes," and she just started laughing hysterically. These will be treasured forever. But I can't see anything with these on, so I have to use the regular glasses. I know you're sad. You wanted me to wear these the whole time, right? Well, I wouldn't be able to see anything, so. Anyway, I'm actually Sock Bunny, not Batman. I know you thought I was, but I tricked you. Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2013. I am recording in sunny Florida in the United States of America. You can find me as Sock Bunny on Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, Google+, Twitter, iTunes, and YouTube. The blog is at sockbunnyknitandfit.blogspot.com. The email is sockbunnyknitandfit@gmail.com. The Etsy shop is sockbunnystudios.etsy.com. And Facebook, you can find me as Sock Bunny Studios. I did not do a shop update the last couple of weeks. I've been sick with a sinus infection. I'm very happy to be up and around and back with you guys. I did want to show my leftovers from the shop update that I did last. And we have a coupon code that goes through Thursday, which is the 10th. And the coupon code is fall13. So I have some of the ever popular motel curtains, which is brighter and prettier in real life than what you're seeing there. It's sort of an overcast, yucky day outside. The sun keeps coming in and out. Same as it is every day in summer in Florida. It's still summer here because it's still hot and humid. Admiralty, which is in the DK base. Also on the DK base, I have two skeins of branching out, which is a little bit lighter than what you're seeing there. And then we have lace weight in the Clearwater Beach After Dark colorway, which has some light and dark areas, and it's a little bit more green than what you're seeing there. And Pants on Fire, which is fluorescent dye, and these glow under black light, and it's on the sparkly base. There you go. So if you're interested, check that out. I did send, I believe I mailed it yesterday. I mailed 3 skeins of yarn as door prizes for the Knittin' in the Mitten retreat that's going to be hosted soon by Coggy from the High Fiber Diet podcast. And I also included little goodie bags for little packets for the goodie bags that everybody gets, and there'll be a coupon code in there too. So look for that if you're going to that retreat. I did get a new iTunes review from Maddie Graham, so thank you very much for your very kind words. And we are up to 76 stars, so thank you guys for that. We have 1,300 members in the Ravelry group, and when we get to 1,500, we're going to have a big prize drawing. I want to say a real big thank you to 2 people who donated cold hard cash to help with postage for Sockstravaganza. And that would be Gimme Yarn 418, who is Erin from Vermont, and also Cookie Lady Knits, who is Heidi from California. Thank you both very much. It really did help. Thank you. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about, I have my show notes up here in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. Finished objects, works in progress, fitness, stash enhancement, tips and tricks, book review, favorite things, knit and crochet alongs and events, charity, and ask Sock Bunny. So let's go right into finished objects. I have a couple. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Both of them are hats. First, I finished my sock head hat. I started this thing like a year and a half ago. This is going to go to charity. It's not quite as neon bright as what you're seeing on the camera. It's actually very nice looking. But this is going to go to the hat charity that I'm doing for Penella's Hope, which I will talk about later in the podcast. And it's a really cute hat. It's a very easy knit. It's a free pattern on I know you can get to it through Ravelry, but I believe it's located elsewhere. Anyway, you can find it on Ravelry. So that's one. And then second, I knit myself a hat because I'm leaving on Saturday to go to New England, and I wanted to have just a blue generic hat to wear that would go with most of the things that I'm going to wear while I'm up there. So I finished a hat. I don't remember which yarn this is. My brain right now is completely gone from being sick, so don't ask me any hard questions. 2 plus 2, I don't know. I just made the pattern up. I don't even, I can't even, I think I cast on 88. It's a worsted, size 7 or 8 needles. I think 8. So I probably will make a matching cowl and some mitts to go with it. Because it's chilly up there. I mean, it's still 90 down here, but it's going to be down in the 40s at night up there. That's cold. Cold to me. So anyway, that was just a brainless knit to do while I was sick. So what do we have for works in progress? That's it for finished subject. Works in progress. My bee leaf half pie shawl. We just finished. Whoops. If you're doing the 12-week knit along, let me push this out of the way so I don't keep kicking it. If you're doing the 12-week knit along, we just finished week 5. If you are new, this is a knit along that we're doing of one of my patterns, and it I broke it down into a 4-week, 8-week, or 12-week plan. So I'm doing the 12-week plan. We just finished week 5, and let's see. Let me show you the right side. Yes, this is the right side. So it is getting larger. It's on pretty small, short needles, so I won't be able to spread it out all the way. But I finished the second beading portion. And from here on out, it's actually super, super easy. Nothing complicated, so I will be taking this with me to New England to work on when I have time. I've spent a very large amount of time thinking about which knitting projects I want to take with me. I didn't work on the bare natural version of this, but I could probably catch up with that when I'm on my trip. Next, we have something you haven't seen yet. I started another sweater. If you remember, I recently knit a purple short-sleeved cardigan called the Sedona. Well, I wanted to knit it again because I wear that thing to death because it's short sleeves, Florida, it's perfect. So I started it again, but I started it this time in some yarn that I dyed, and I don't think I have the pattern with me printed out. Oh wait, is this it? Yes, this is it. Here's a very faded picture of it, but that should ring some bells. So I'm knitting it again because I've knit it before and it's super easy, and I figured this would be good travel knitting, right? Well, when I started it, the night I started it, well, first let me say I'm making the collar twice as long as they said, because if you'll remember on my purple one, the collar's sort of short, and I'm actually planning on ripping out the bind off and extending the collar. So I made the collar twice as long as they said. So then I started this while I was sick. I finished the ribbing, and then you're supposed to do some decreases. Well, I've already knit this before, and I'm a genius. So did I read the pattern thoroughly? No. So I just assumed, oh, we're going to start increasing at this point. No, I needed to do some decreases. So first of all, it took me 3 tries to do that increase row because I kept doing the math wrong or whatever, and I knit that row 4 times. So I knit the increase row 4 times, and then realized, oh, that was supposed to be decreases. No wonder I had trouble with it, and because I was like, why didn't I have trouble with this last time? Because it was decreases last time. So I spent like 3 hours on one row. It was ridiculous. I just was laughing hysterically. And then I had taken the long circular needle out of the pattern, because you start with a smaller needle and then move into the larger needle, and I couldn't find the smaller needle. Well, I had hung it around my neck and I couldn't find it. I was looking all over for it. I got up and I went to the bathroom and I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, okay. It was one of those nights. So I was like, okay, once I got this settled down, then I finally stopped working on it, because I'm like, I don't want to mess it up. So anyway, once I did the decreases, yes, you do start increasing. And this colorway, I am calling, this is my jam. Because that's what it's, I don't know if they say it other places, but in America, if you have a song that you really like, you say, this is my jam. So this is my jam. And it's a little bit purpley or pinker, not as red as what you're seeing there. Let's see if I can get a better, yeah, this is more the color that you're seeing far away. So this will be part of my travel knitting. From here on out, it should be a relatively easy knit, right? And that's on my sugar DK base. Yeah, I was laughing pretty hard that night because I was losing my mind. Okay, and then I don't have it to show because I'm blocking it, so I'll show it next time, but I was crocheting a scarf for Rachel called the Autumn Wrap, and I will show that next time because it's blocking, like I said. I forgot to bring it in. I also started a cowl. I have a red hat that doesn't have a cowl that goes with it, so I wanted to make a very simple cowl. And so this is something, again, I'm just making it up as I go. It's just a garter stitch cowl. I don't even remember how many I cast on. I should probably write that down somewhere. This is Vicky Howell Sheepish. It's a single ply yarn. And I, a long time ago, made a scarf, a hat with it. And I want to take it on the trip. So I figured I would do a very simple cowl to go with it. And maybe some mitts if I have enough yarn left over. I did buy one more of that. So those are my works in progress. The red hat that I started making, which I still don't know how to pronounce, capuchin. I frogged that. It was just too stiff and it was turning out too small. So I'm going to reknit that in a different yarn. I haven't restarted it yet, but when I do, I'll tell you all about that. But my red hat, my other red hat, I frogged it. So I did work a little bit on some socks, but it's not worth dragging them out to show you guys. And I want to keep the podcast moving along, so you'll see the socks next time as they are in progress. So unfortunately, for over 2 weeks of being gone and missing, I did not get very much knitting done. But I haven't talked about what I'm wearing. What am I wearing? I am wearing the Purless pullover. I started this, well, I bought the yarn when I was at at Stitches. I bought it at Webb's in April. And the pattern has no purls. And the construction is quite interesting. And I just followed with faith, and the pattern was very well written, and I was able to understand it, and I was able to do. If you'll remember, I did the collar differently, though. They had you knitting a collar, and I ended up crocheting, just doing a crocheted collar on there. So I am very happy with it. I took a picture of myself and posted it to Facebook and Instagram. It's hard to take a picture of yourself, but I had to do that, so I can't really show it very well. But I really like how it turned out. It's very comfortable. It's a cotton silk blend. It's very lightweight. I mean, it's warm because I am sweating actually a little bit wearing it, but it's still really hot here. But it's not heavy. It's very lightweight, and I almost feel like I'm not wearing anything. Fitness. Let's talk about fitness. Every month in the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit Ravelry group, we have a fitness along. Any day that you work out at least 30 consecutive minutes, or if you're wearing a pedometer and it measures at least 10,000 steps, you can enter one workout per person per day in the fitness along thread. And at the end of the month, I draw a winner, and that winner can choose either a $5 pattern giftable on Ravelry, or they can choose some sock yarn or fiber from my shop, or I will dye something for you in up to 3 colors. So the winner for September, I drew before I started podcasting, was number 190, who is Winter 83, who is Jennifer. Yay! And so Jennifer, let me know what you want for your prize. We had 58 participants this month. So thank you guys very much for participating. If you are doing the poster along, all the rules are in the Ravelry group. Go check out the poster along if you want to motivate yourself with a fitness poster. And I will draw the prize winner for that on the next episode. And I do plan on recording at least 2, possibly 3 episodes while I am in New England. They'll probably be shorter ones, but I do want to record while I'm up there. I'm taking my laptop and everything. The poster along prize is going to be donated by Carrie from sunnyshop.etsy.com. And as far as exercise goes, I have not exercised for the last 2 weeks because I have been super sick. And on top of that, my Fitbit died one day. The battery died. I replaced the battery and it was acting goofy. And one day didn't record my steps at all. And then I replaced the battery again yesterday, and it seems to be still alive. Let me check and see how it's doing. Yep, it seems to be okay. So hopefully we're back in business with the Fitbit. After I record this today, I am going to go for a walk. It'll be my first time exercising in a while. And if I do okay today and I go for a walk, then I'm going to try to resume running tomorrow. Fingers crossed, that's the goal. I just don't want to push myself and end up getting sick again. That's the last thing I want right now. Because like I said, I'm leaving on Saturday, which is 4 days away. Stash enhancement. I do have quite a few things to show you for that, so I'll try to move through that as quick as possible. First, my friend Girldale. She obviously loves the color blue when she makes socks. She gave me some of her sock yarn scraps. Thank you, Girldale. But she also gave me this really adorable post-it notepad shaped like a bow tie. And of course, that reminds me of John, my bunny. So thank you, Girldale, for that. I got several packages in the mail. This one is, sorry for any crinkling. Okay, this package made me laugh hysterically. So this is from Angie, who is SunDaisy920. And she sent me a really adorable card. I love that. Look at that cow's face. And really cute note inside. She also sent me some pencils for my pencil collection and more pencils for my pencil collection. These are really pretty. Also, she sent me a couple of balls of some yarn for my sock yarn blanket. That is very much appreciated. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, what made me laugh hysterically so hard. She sent me these two. She sent me 2 of them. One for Rachel because she knows Rachel's going to steal it, but it's a very cute coaster. And it is to be sung to the tune of Soft Kitty. So what it says is, I will sing it for you. Don't die from the singing. It says, soft Dalek, warm Dalek, little ball of hate. Happy Dalek, sleepy Dalek, exterminate. And if you don't watch Doctor Who, you totally won't get that, but yes, I love it. Thank you so much, Angie. Oh my gosh. And I showed it to Rachel, and yes, she tried to steal it, and I told her she couldn't have hers until I showed it on the podcast. So thank you very, very, very much for that sweet package. And you guys know you don't have to send me things, but I really do appreciate it when you do, especially when they make me laugh. So, and thank you for the really sweet card. Next, I will show the package from Jessie, who is Jess Dodge. She sent a hat for the hat drive that I'm doing for charity, which is adorable. And she also sent a little skein of yarn for my sock yarn blanket. And she made me a strap for my bicycle bag, which I don't think I have near me. I had purchased a bag from her with bicycles on it for Tour de France, Tour de Fleece. And so she made me a cute strap for that. So thank you for that. She also sent, she has an Etsy shop with Libby. She's one of the co-hosts of the Multi-Craftual podcast, which is one of my favorites. And so Jessie and Libby have a shop. It's multicraftual.etsy.com, and she sent me a little stitch marker. I purchased these stitch markers. These stitch markers are little, I'm going to leave them in here for a second, little bluebirds. She also sent me one for podcast friends. These are little bluebirds that she made out of polymer clay. And how cute are they? I have a thing for birds. So these will be much loved. Oh, and one of them looks just a little bit different. It's a gray bird with blue wings. Those are adorable. So I bought those from her Etsy shop, which you should go check out. And she has really adorable project bags. Thank you, Jessie. Love it. Oh, and she also sent me some stickers. And, oh, she put a little sticker on here. And Jessie's the one who made my snail back here. I call her Jessie the Attack Snail. And so she drew this little snail and said this was the brother of the attack snail. Okay. Here you go, little Jessie. Hang around, Jessie. Here, I'll put the card next to you. So thank you very much, Jessie, for that adorable. Oh, and she put a bunny sticker on there. I think that was everything. Okay, and then, sorry guys, you're getting to see several weeks worth of mail here. I'm going to go ahead and show these. I got some hats for the hat drive that I'm doing for Pinellas Hope, and this is from Esther. Esther, let me scroll down and see what your name is online. Oops, I forgot to write down what your online name is. Sorry, Esther. Yeah, I didn't write down. Sorry about that. But she did two adorable hats. I really love this one. This one has ear flaps. Oh, I might have it on backwards. Hold on. That is so adorable. I love it. And she also sent another one. Those are going to be nice and warm. So thank you, Esther, for those. Really appreciate that. I have been keeping track of it, but I haven't created a thread yet for all the people who have entered, but I will do that. Probably when I get back, unless I find time before I leave to go on my trip. I also got hats from, who is this? Oh, Deb Knits 2, and she sent 4 hats. These are really pretty. She sent 2 that look like this. These look very warm, and then 2 that look like this. So thank you very much, Deb Knits 2, for that. And more mail. Oh, this package is from Nitty Witty Shell, who is Michelle, and she lives in Australia. So first, she sent a prize for you guys that I can give away. This is a Turkish drop spindle, and she's not using it, so she sent it for the next time we do any kind of spinning thing, so I can give it as a prize. So I'm going to put that over with the prizes. Whoops, fell. I'll pick it up in a second. So she sent quite a few great, awesome things. We basically are swapping because we both are doing sock yarn blankets, so she sent me some yarn for that, and I'm going to be sending her a bunch of yarn for hers. And anybody else who wants to swap with me, if you want to send me some, I will send some back to you. So that is for the sock yarn blanket. She also sent some pencils. And these are Australian pencils. Like this one says Sydney. So she sent a bunch of pencils. Thank you, Michelle. You're just always so sweet to me. And she sent a Sydney postcard for my postcard collection. She sent some lip balm, which evidently everybody there goes crazy over, so I can't wait to try that. I'll take that on the trip with me. And she sent me a really cute card with either a kangaroo or a wallaby, not sure which one that is. Really cute, like he's drinking beer. And last but not least, the thing that made me laugh really hard, she sent me some Vegemite. I've never tried it or smelled it or tasted it or anything, and evidently this is one of the little packets that they give you at McDonald's in Australia, which really I think is so cool, and I am going to try it. I have to, right? I have to try it. You have to experience the whole world, you know? I get to travel without traveling. So thank you, Michelle, for that awesome package, and I will be mailing your package probably when I get back from my trip, but maybe I might be able to send you something from Rhinebeck. Just saying. Next, I have a package from Heidi, who is Cookie Lady Knits. She sent a very adorable card with doggies on it. So cute. And she also sent some hats. And I like that you tagged them and said that they're machine washable. That's really great. And this one's really pretty. Lovely. Ooh, this one's soft. And last, so she sent 5. So thank you, Heidi, very much for that. And she also sent me Coca-Cola playing cards because I love Coca-Cola. So she sent me some Coca-Cola playing cards. Thank you. We actually use playing cards a lot here at home. We have a game that we play. We call it Peanuts, but other families call it different things. But it's basically sort of like solitaire on drugs. It's you're playing your own game of solitaire, but you're also playing with other people, and everybody gets their own separate deck of cards and plays their own, and that's how you count the score is by counting your own cards. So that's why we need so many different decks of cards because everybody who plays, and the more people you have playing, the more frenzied it is. So the more decks of cards we have, the better individual, and that way people can pick theirs. Blah blah blah. Anyway. So thank you guys for all of those awesome, awesome, awesome packages. I really appreciate it. And so sorry for the delay. Some of these people I haven't even sent them messages on Ravelry yet that I got them, so I need to do that today. Tips and tricks. On the last podcast episode, I mentioned an app for my phone called Twilight, which basically covers the blue spectrum of light at night so that it is easier to fall asleep. And that is called Twilight, and it's an Android app. And I didn't even think to look to see if it was on the iPhone because I just figured Android gets everything last. It has to already be on iPhone, but evidently it's not. But there is an alternative. It's called Flux, and if you go to justgetflux.com, justgetflux.com, it's it's something similar that you can also put it on your iPhone, your iPad, or your laptop or computer, which I put it on my laptop and it actually works. And I want to say thank you to Ashley, who is A1 Dawen, A1DAWEN, for telling me about this because I am definitely using it on my laptop. Now, the only thing is, evidently, if you're going to use it on your iPhone or iPad, you have to jailbreak your phone. And I really am not an expert on that, so you want to look into that before you go doing something crazy like that. But it really does work. Evidently, Apple is a lot more tight about what they let apps do than Android is. So that's why Android is able to take over a phone like that and dim the screen and all that kind of stuff, where Apple won't let apps do that. So we still have a thread in Ravelry where you can list your favorite apps that you use, either Android or Apple, and let me know what they are. Book review. I was contacted by somebody from Cooperative Press, and they asked me if I wanted to review some books for them. And so I actually have 4 books currently lined up to be reviewed. And the first one is called Cascadia, and it is really amazing. Some of the knitting in there is just so, so, so pretty. And there are 2 things in there that I really want to make. Let me find my notes. What did I do with them? Okay, I know I have notes. Oh, here they are. I'm just blind. Okay. I think I can do this. So I'm going to do use my tablet. So real quick, let me turn up the brightness of the screen so you can see. We'll see how this works. And I was gifted these ebooks. I did not pay for them, so I just want to be upfront about that. I'm using the Amazon Kindle app to show you these files. See how that works. Okay. So first, the book is called Cascadia, and don't worry, this isn't going to be really long, but I just wanted to show you because there's some really pretty patterns in here. So Okay, so it's Cascadia, and it is edited by Amanda Milne and Fiona McLean of Knit Social. So I wanted to show you what they've basically done is they've gathered up a bunch of patterns knit by people who are from a oh, my nose is itching, sorry, who are from a specific area of Canada, or as I like to call it, Canada, and it's the Cascadia area. And so I'll show you the couple of pages that have the patterns. So there are several patterns, several sweaters, including a man's sweater. There's a pair of socks. There's two pairs of hats. Two pairs. There's two hats. Oops, go back. There are two hats and even a couple of kids' sweaters and a scarf. So quite a variety. The photography in the book is really, seriously, amateur. The photography in the book is really pretty. And there are quite a few patterns I really like. Now, what they've done is they've, each person that has submitted a pattern or patterns has a picture of that person and also a little interview about the designer. So they ask them questions like, you know, how did you get into designing? Where do you get your inspirations? Different things like that, which as a very new baby budding designer is really interesting to me. So the first one is Jane Richmond. And you can see they did a written interview. And her pattern is Beacon Hill. And this sweater, I could definitely see it becoming a classic for a lot of knitters. It's really pretty. It just looks so comfortable. And the thing I like about this book is that every single sweater has a diagram that tells you what the measurements should be. Schematic is what that is called. That's the word I was looking for. And I really like that, especially when I was a new sweater knitter, which I still consider myself to be a new sweater knitter. It was very important to me to have schematics because otherwise it was a lot more confusing. Here's a really great picture of the sweater. Doesn't she just look so comfortable and cozy and just going for a walk? Awesome. I love it. Next is Tin Can Knits, which is actually two different designers, and the design they put is this beautiful sweater that could be a mother-daughter or grandmother-granddaughter sweater set. It's really, really pretty, and that's called Britannia. That again is from Tin Can Knits. And get to the next one. There's a beautiful scarf, which is called Red Cedar, but it's all one word, Red Cedar. And the cool thing about this is that they give it to you, you could do it either in fingering or Aran weight, which I really liked. Here's a better picture of it. That is a scarf. If you're not warm in that, then it's crazy. Next we have a sock pattern called Seawall. It's really pretty, and the yarn they used was fantastic. Love that. And the photography, like I said, is amazing in this book. And then we have a really cute pattern, which I definitely could see myself making. This is by Megan Goodacre. It's called Courtenay, I think is how you would pronounce that. Let me find a better shot of it for you because it's really adorable. It's a very simple sweater, but I definitely could see myself making it. So, and again, schematics for all of the, and that one, you can't really tell from the pictures, but at the bottom there are two pockets on there. Here's a better picture. You really can't tell, but there are two pockets at the bottom. She looks adorable. And then next we have a shawl pattern called Raven's Nest. And I really like the way that photo is styled. And here's a close-up shot. very nice texture. And then we have this sweater. Scares me. It's really pretty and I want to make it, but I have never made a sweater yet that is lace all over. So I'm very nervous about that. And if you'll remember when I first started knitting sweaters, if you've been watching a long time, I was terrified of knitting sweaters. Now I'm not scared of sweaters, but I'm terrified of lace sweaters. So this one is one I want to make, but I am scared of it. But I should not let that stop me, right? So this is called Wake. Let me find a better picture. Oh, this one is really good. I just think it's so pretty and I want to make it. That'll be stretching myself, but there's no reason why I can't, right? Next we have a men's sweater, which is really very adorable. Very simple, but looks very cozy. And I think a lot of guys would wear this because it's plain and it's not, it doesn't have any weird, guys don't like, most guys that I know anyway, don't like a lot of embellishments. So this is just a nice, warm, simple sweater. And then we have a hat called Tidal Flats. There we go. That's one view of it, and then there's another view of it. And that's sort of a slouchy hat. Here's another view. That's really pretty. And then we have, I have to show this, this designer, Amanda Kafka. She just looks adorable. Look how cute. I love her hat. Adorable. Adorable. So she designed this mother-daughter or grandmother-granddaughter sweater set called Sea Glass. I definitely will be making this. I probably would make it longer though than what she's wearing, but this definitely could be worn in Florida, especially if I made it out of a similar yarn to what I'm wearing. And I want to show a close-up shot of it because it's just adorable. Look how cute. It's got beads, but not baby beads, big giant beads. I will definitely be making this very soon. It's adorable. And then we have another hat, which is called Heather. So Heather, you need to be making this hat. Let's see. I like the color that they chose for that one too. Here's another shot of the hat, Heather. And that is it. So this was, again, gifted to me by Cooperative Press. And Cooperative Press is an independent publishing company. They do a lot of knitting books that would otherwise not get published because they don't expect to sell, as they put it, 50,000 copies to publish something. Even if only 5,000 copies get sold, to them it is worth being published. So that's Cooperative Press. This book again was Cascadia. You can download it as an ebook on Ravelry, or you can also purchase it from them on their website. And that's cooperativepress.com. So thank you, Cooperative Press, for sending that to me. They sent me another book that I will review in the upcoming weeks that has patterns based on Alfred Hitchcock films. And I love Alfred Hitchcock films, so that one is going to be fun. So that is the book review for today. I hope you liked that. And next, favorite things. My favorite thing is the sweater that I'm wearing today. It is my beautiful pearless pullover, and the fact that I am sort of getting over my fear of sweaters. Knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, and events. I didn't even get to tell you guys yet about when I went to Florida Fiber In. That was, I got sick right when I got back from that. Like that night and the next morning. I was super, super sick. But it was Saturday, September 21st in Orlando. It's called Florida Fiber In. It's the third weekend of September every year. And I got to meet several people. Namely, I got to meet Serenity, who is Lori. And she was even brave enough to go to IKEA with me after we left. I know, not just anybody can handle a shopping trip to IKEA with me. But we really hit it off. We had a really nice time. So thank you, Laurie. That was a really nice afternoon. And I also got to meet Carrie from sunnyshop.etsy.com because she also lives here in Florida. So hi, Carrie. Thank you very much for coming up and saying hi. I got to see a bunch of people that I knew from my local knitting group that I don't go to anymore. So like I got to see Sharon. Hi, Sharon, if you're watching. And also, who else did I get to see? Oh, my brain is broken. Sorry. If I'm not mentioning you, it's not because I don't love you. It's because my brain doesn't work. So I had a really nice time. I stayed only for maybe 3 or 4 hours at the event because, like I said, it's pretty small. I didn't buy anything because I'm going to Rhinebeck and I didn't want to spend any money there. I did buy a few things at IKEA, but those were actually, yeah, just a couple of things. Like I bought a shelf and a couple of other things. But anyway, it was a really nice time. Um, my upcoming trip, I want to run through the itinerary one last time, and then you won't have to hear about it anymore because I'll actually be on the trip. So I want to remind you of my itinerary in case you are able to meet up with me in any of these places. If you are, contact me on Ravelry and we will exchange phone numbers. So on Saturday the 12th, this coming Saturday, I was going to leave on Sunday, but I decided to leave on Saturday. So I'm leaving Saturday the 12th. I'm going to take I'm going to drive to just north of Orlando, Florida, in Sanford, and take the auto train overnight. The train leaves like at about 4 in the afternoon and gets in at about 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, 9:30 in the morning in Lorton, Virginia. So then on Sunday, I will arrive in Virginia and I will drive from Virginia to just outside Providence, Rhode Island. My daughter goes to school in a small little town called Greenville, and I'll be staying with her through Sunday night through Friday morning. The Tuesday that I'm up there, the 15th, Sarah and I are going to drive into Boston, do some sightseeing stuff, and have dinner. And then on Thursday, the 17th, I'm going to visit the Slater Mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, which is a woolen mill. And then on Friday, I will leave Sarah and cry and go from Greenville, Rhode Island to Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where my friend Michelle lives, and I'll spend a few days with her. Saturday, we're going to go to Rhinebeck. Sunday, I'll go to Mass in the morning and then be at Rhinebeck in the afternoon. Um, Monday, she and I are going to visit Chesterwood, which is in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, and that is the former home of the guy who carved the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. And then on Tuesday, the 22nd, I am going to go to Webb's Yarn Store, which is in Northampton, Massachusetts. And I already am meeting a couple of people there. So if you are able to be there, just send me a message and let me know what time. Also, we're going to go to lunch. So if you want to go with us, let us know. So I'll stay in Stockbridge with my friend through Thursday morning. Thursday morning on the 24th, I leave to go to Washington, D.C., and I'm going to stay with Colleen, who is the host of the DC Knitter, DC Unraveled podcast. Her online name is DC Knitter. I'm super looking forward to that because she's such a sweetheart, and I feel like I know her so well because she has a podcast, and it's an audio podcast about Washington, D.C., and we have a lot in common, so I'm very much looking forward to that. We're going to do some touristy stuff in Washington. We are going to hopefully get to go to Mass at the Basilica. And I do on Saturday want to go to Looped Yarnworks. So if there's a specific time that you can meet there, let me know. And then Sunday morning, the 27th, I'm going to meet a viewer for brunch. I haven't asked permission to say this person's name, so I won't say it until I ask her permission. I'm going to meet her for brunch. And then Sunday afternoon, I will take the auto train back home, and it will arrive Monday morning, the 28th, and then I'll drive from Sanford back home and collapse into a pile of sleep. So that's going to be a whirlwind, 16-day trip. I'm very excited. Well, actually, it's 14, 15, 16, 17 days total that I'll be out and about. So I haven't had any anxiety attacks over it yet, so I probably won't, because usually these kinds of things I start dreading it way before, and I haven't been. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm happy to be taking the auto train because I'll have my own car, And I think that will give me a level of comfort and security. What else can I say about it? It's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of yarn shopping. That's why I've been trying to behave myself recently and not buy very much. Okay, so let's talk really quickly about the Bee Leaf Half Ply Shawl Knit Along. As I mentioned before, it is my own pattern. If you are showing pictures of it on Instagram or on Twitter or anything like that, please use the hashtag BeeLeaf, BeeLeaf. Again, I broke it down to a 4-week, 8-week, and 12-week plan. In order to be eligible for prize drawings, you must have started the shawl on or after September 1st. You have to block the shawl and show a finished picture in the finished object thread by the end of the day on November 30th. You do not have to be a member of the Ravelry group to enter this particular prize drawing. And if you want to donate prizes, it's not too late. It's a good way to get some exposure to your little independent company if you want to. And charity, as I mentioned, we are having a charity hat drive September, October, November. It's actually hats, scarves, or mittens for any age, any gender, as long as it's washable yarn. And thank you to everybody who has sent me hats so far. And now let's get into Ask Sock Bunny. Now, I am going to be speaking about something of a religious nature. Now, I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, so if you don't want to hear about anything to do with my Catholic faith, then feel free to stop watching right now. I will not be offended, and I will talk to you later. So have a great weekend. Bye. Happy crafting, all that stuff. But if you want to hear, if you're curious, or just whatever, then hang in there. It's not going to be bad, don't worry. But I would just want to give everybody fair warning because I know not everybody cares about that kind of stuff. So the question was from Angie from Texas, and she has 2 questions. One is for John. She wants to know how we met. Well, John was a gift for my Christmas present in 1975. So I was 9, almost 10, and my grandmother had made him for me. And it's been love at first sight ever since then. So my 2 sisters also got their own Johns, but they were ruined somehow and are not around anymore. So my John is the only original John left. Although I have, as I've mentioned, found more John fabric and made Johns for other people. So that's how we met. He was a Christmas present. So his birthday is on Christmas. So she wants to know her second question. I am not Catholic and was just wondering what exactly is a patron saint. I've heard you mention yours before and just wondering what it was. Well, your timing in this, or this question coming up in the rotation, is actually perfect. My patron saint is Maria Faustina Kowalska, and I actually have a painting of her. This is a book that she wrote. And the book is called Divine Mercy in My Soul. A patron saint. Well, let's talk about, first of all, what is a saint? A saint is a person acknowledged as holy or virtuous and typically regarded as being in heaven after death. So that is the basic definition of a saint. A patron saint is somebody who we choose when we have our confirmation and when we become a Catholic, or when we, like in the United States as a child, a lot of people have their confirmation somewhere between 8th and 10th grade, or as an adult coming into the church. I had my confirmation, and you can pick a saint that you sort of like, you take their name. So when I had my confirmation, my name was Maria Faustina. And they are somebody who we think they sort of look over you and pray for you. It's not like we pray. It's not like we worship them. We don't worship them. They're sort of like family members. I sort of look at her as my mom, my spiritual mom. She actually was born the same year my grandmother was born. She was born in August of 1905, and my grandmother was born January of 1905. So she would have been my grandmother's age. So to me, she's sort of like a spiritual mother, and I just ask her to pray for me. I don't, worship her or anything like that. And that is a very common misconception, that Catholics worship saints. We don't. If somebody is Catholic and they're worshiping saints, then they need to be set straight, because that's not what the Catholic Church teaches. And she died, actually the 75th anniversary of her death was just this past Saturday on the 5th. She died October 5th, 1938. She was a nun from Poland. She had a third grade education. When she wrote this book, she wrote it out phonetically. She didn't know how to spell what she was writing, what she wanted to say, and some of the theological ideas and stuff that she had. It's really amazing that somebody with a third grade education could um, have these thoughts and this knowledge. So it's really amazing. It's a very good book. I've read it twice, and I should probably read it again since I got it out to show you. Um, what else do I want to say? She was considered to be a mystic and a visionary, and is known as venerated as the Apostle of Divine Mercy. Now, the Divine Mercy Shrine, which is set up um, sort of to spread the devotion. She has a devotion that she started called the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and that's where you're praying for the souls of sinners. And it could be prayed on regular rosary beads. So if you just go look up Divine Mercy Chaplet, you'll find it. So the Divine Mercy Shrine is in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where my friend Michelle lives. So I get to go visit the shrine while I'm up there. So I'm super excited about that, obviously. And I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have any questions about, well, Catholicism in general, but if you have any questions about St. Faustina, which is what she's known as, St. Faustina, or anything like that, please do let me know, and I will be happy to answer it for you. So thank you, Angie. I hope that clears it up for you. But if you have any questions that I didn't say it clearly enough, or if you have more questions because of what I said, let me know. So I guess that is it. I've rambled on for long enough. I'm just so happy to be back with you guys. So, in closing, I want to remind you to enter your prayer requests into the prayer request thread. And even if you have unspoken prayer requests, put them in there. Don't forget to enter into the fitness threads. Don't forget to ask me or John any question that you want in the Ask Sock Bunny or John thread on Ravelry. Don't forget to list your favorite smartphone or tablet apps in the appropriate thread. And also, don't forget, we have a coupon code FALL13, which is good through October 10th for 10% off your entire order at sockbunnystudios.etsy.com. Thank you so much for putting up with my wackiness and my lack of brain today. I hope you have a great week. I will next see you from New England. Have a great week. Keep on crafting. Bye.